Hi students, as in previous class, you learned about the meaning, features, advantages and disadvantages of formal organization. So the meaning itself says formal organization means it is a structure which is deliberately created by the top level management for the purpose of achieving the goals of the enterprise. The main aim of the formal organization is to get the work by the employees to realize the organizational objectives. That is why the organizational official chain of command created by the management, and it prepares the rules and regulations, and it creates authority and responsibility relationship among the employees. Based on that, it has created a structure that is called formal organization. Now, in this class, I will going to discuss about the second kind of organization structure, that is informal organization. So where it is opposite to formal organization. So the opposite word of formal is informal. So here informal organization exists in every kind of organization where there is an formal organization structure. Where there is a formal organization, there will be an informal organization structure that is to be created automatically without the efforts of manager. So that is why in this class I will going to discuss about informal organization. That is why that today's topic is informal organization. Let us see what the meaning says. Meaning of informal organization: an organization which is not created by the management, which is established by the workers or between the employees based on the common interest. That is very important. So here informal organization is one which is not created by the management. It is to be formed among the employees, those who are having the similar interest, similar preferences and similar desires. That kind of organization is called informal organization. Say for example, in the case of formal organization, the managing director, below him branch manager, below branch manager, departmental heads, below departmental heads, supervisor is going to work, the supervisor is going to give work order to the employees, where it is created by the management. But informal organization is one which is not created by the management. It is to be formed based on the common interest of workers or the employees in the organization. That is called informal organization. Keep remember, informal organization is one which is not created by the management, which is not officially bound. It is to be created by the employees, those who are having the similar interest. That is called informal organization. So let us see another meaning of informal organization, that is interaction among people at work gives a rise to network of social relationships among employees is called informal organization. There is another meaning interaction among the people at work who are working in the organization, like employees or workers are working in the enterprise. That is why interaction among people at work gives a rise to a network of social relationships among employees is called informal organization. Say for example, I and my friends, there is a 10-member team. So in that 10-member team, 5 members are having much interest in reading books, and remaining 5 members, they are having much interest to play the games. At that time, among them, they are going to create a group. So 5 members group, they will going to create a team and they will completely engaged in reading of books, journals, novels, etc. And apart from them, remaining 5 members team, they are having much interest in playing games. They will going to create a separate group. By creating group, they are busy in playing games like cricket, volleyball, football, kho-kho, etc. So that kind of inbuilt organization structure, that is called informal organization. So why it is to be created by the employees means, the main aim is to get psychological satisfaction. It is very important. The main aim of creating informal organization. Why? The employee themselves, they are going to create a team or group means to get psychological satisfaction. That is the main purpose or aim of informal organization. So for example, employees with a similar interest, who are having the similar interest in reading books, they will going to create a separate group or team. And the employees who are having the similar interest of watching films, they are going to create a team and they will call each and every member in a team and they go for watching movies. And the people at work who are having the similar interest of playing games, they are completely busy and enjoy the games, either it may be cricket, volleyball, football, kho-kho, etc. So that is the examples of informal groups. It may form their own informal groups, that is called informal organization. So very simple, I will conclude the meaning. Informal organization is one which is not created by the management. It is to be created among the employees based on their personal interest or common interest. That kind of structure is called informal organization. So this is all about the meaning of informal organization. There is no effort of manager in informal organization. This is all about the meaning. Let us see what are the features of informal organization. So like you learned about the meaning of formal organization and its features. Like that also we can able to observe certain features with informal organization. The first feature of informal organization, it is created automatically without any efforts of a manager in the enterprise. Already while explaining the meaning, I mentioned that informal organization is created among the employees themselves. There is no effort of manager involved in creating this kind of structure. That is why the first feature is it is created automatically. So where there is a formal organization, automatically informal structure is going to exist. That is why it is created automatically without any efforts of managers. Then second comes, that is formed by employees to get a psychological satisfaction. While I told you that the main aim of creating this kind of structure is to get a psychological satisfaction. So they want to take a certain break in working condition and they have to get the psychological satisfaction. That is why it is formed, means created by employees to get a psychological satisfaction. So it is also repeated in the meaning of informal organization. Then third comes, it does not follow any way of communication, but in the kind of formal organization. In formal organization, there will be an scalar chain principle to be followed while making the communication. That is, the managing director gives information to branch manager gives information to departmental heads gives instruction to supervisor in the company is going to give instruction to the employees. That is the structure of communication followed in formal organization. But when in the case of informal organization, it does not follow any way of communication. Say for example, supervisor is a friend of branch manager. So here the branch manager and supervisor are the friends. They are not following the formality. Based on the friendly relationship, they are going to communicate information from branch manager to supervisor. Actually, that is not entertained, but based on personal relationship, they are going to communicate with each others in the company. That is called informal organization. That is why it does not follow any prescribed way of communication. Then fourth is, existence depends on formal organization. So where the creation of informal organization is completely based on the formal organization structure. How the formal organization is based on that, informal organization is to be created. So in a formal organization, if there are so many executives in each level at the time, existence of informal organization can be formed. That is why the existence depends on a formal organization structure. Then last, fifth is, sources of information can't be known to anyone. So because it is to be created based on personal relationships, that is why it is very difficult to know from where and from whom the information is to be passed. That is why where in this kind of organization, it is based on personal relationship. That is why any of the level of manager, they can discuss with any of the level of executives. That is why it is highly difficult to know from whom the information is communicated. So that is why the sources of information cannot be known to anyone. So all these 5 points which explains about features of informal organization. By looking into all these 5 features, we can able to know the meaning of informal organization. Very simple. It is created automatically. There is no interference of manager. It is formed by employees to get a psychological satisfaction. It does not follow any way of communication. Existence depends on formal organization, and the last is source of information cannot be known to anyone. All these 5 about the features of informal organization. Yes, the next concept is advantages and disadvantages of informal organization. So where here also some of the advantages and disadvantages are there. We can able to know with the following points. First, let us discuss the advantages of informal organization. The first advantage is faster spread of information, or even though it is also called a fast way of communication, where in the case of formal organization, the information has to be passed from higher level management to middle level management to lower level. But when in the case of informal organization, the communication or the flow of information does not have any procedures. That is why we can able to see speed communication method in a informal organization. So it means the branch manager is a friend of like a supervisor, like supervisor and branch manager, they are friends. At that time, the branch manager must pass information to departmental head. Those departmental heads pass information to supervisors. But in the case of informal organization, based on personal relationship of friendship, the information directly passed from branch manager to supervisor, where the supervisor gives information to employees. Therefore, there is no prescribed way of communication where they are not passing information to departmental heads. Before passing information to him, the information is spread to the supervisor directly. That is why we can able to see speed communication in this kind of organization. Then second is, it helps in fulfillment of social needs. So where in the case of informal organization, the main aim that is to get a psychological satisfaction and to get a certain social needs. To get those advantages, informal organization is to be created. That is why the second advantage is it helps in fulfillment of social needs like friendship, belongingness, esteem, like all those kind of needs to be satisfied by informal organization. Then third is, it contribute toward fulfillment of organizational goals, where informal organization is also works to contribute realization of organizational goals. How it means? By compensating quick solutions to the problems. Say for example, if the company facing a problem, if officially they are seeking suggestion from the employees, means some of the employees, they may hesitate and they may have fear to express their suggestions and provide solutions. But when you go in a friendly manner, they are going to provide quick solutions to the problems of the organization. That is why with the help of informal organization, we can able to get quick solutions to the problems. According to that, we are achieving organizational goals. All these three about the advantages or merits of informal organization. So one is faster communication, second is it helps in fulfilling social needs like a friendship and self-belongingness, and also we can able to get a personal relationship, friendly relationship with the employees like belongingness and friendship. Then third is it contributes towards fulfillment of organizational goals by compensating quick solution to the problems. The next is disadvantages, or it is also called as what? Demerits, or even though it is also called limitations of informal organization. Here also there are three limitations. One is it creates rumors. What is rumors? I think all of you might have heard the word that is rumor. So rumor means what? That is passing or circulating uncertain or doubtful truth. That is called rumors, where in an informal organization it creates rumors. Rumors are nothing but circulating uncertain or doubtful truth, or circulation of unofficial information to the general person or people in the enterprise. That is why the rumor stands for circulating uncertain or doubtful truth. It is to be possible in the case of informal organization. So it may lead to confusions in the minds of employees. That is one disadvantage. Then second, it resists change and lays stress on adopting new techniques. So resist means the employees may oppose to the change that is to be made in the company. That is why the second disadvantage is it resists change and lays stress on adopting new techniques. If the company wants to apply and implement new techniques in the organization to get a well betterment, means at that time the employee may get resist to the change which is introducing in the enterprise. That is the second disadvantage. Then third is it gives much importance to group interest over the organizational interest. So here the meaning only you know, the main aim is to get psychological satisfaction and to achieve the group interest. In the case of informal organization, they are going to give more importance to the group interest over the organizational interest. They are not concentrating much over the work, they are only concentrating about their group interest. All these three about the demerits or limitations of informal organization. This is all about the second kind of organization, that is informal organization. So keep remember, informal organization is one which is not created by the management. So it is officially not bound. Already I told in a formal organization is officially bound, but in the case of informal organization, it is not officially bound. So this is all about the concept of informal organization. Thank you.